Today I'll be analyzing the JE11 logo, which is Julian Edelman's brand logo. So the first thing I notice when I look at the image is that there's a J, an E, and two number ones, which is kind of formed together like an 11. It has a white outline, and there are two main distinct colors in the logo, blue, dark blue, and red, and they're separated into, the blue is on the letters and the red is on the numbers, which is interesting. Like, they're two separate parts, even though the logo itself is all combined together. And then there's a little TM in the corner of the 11, which is interesting, which is also red and has a white outline too. And then after looking at the image, I have a couple questions. Why the J and the E? Why the 11? What does the TM mean? And then why the colors? And after doing some research, I realized the colors, the white, blue, and red, are the Patriots logo, which is the team he plays for in the NFL. The J and the E represent his initials, Julian Edelman, J-E, and 11 is his football number, which is why the ones are combined like that together. And the TM, I'm pretty sure, I'm not quite sure, but I think it stands for trademark, which means his brand and logo is owned by him and cannot be duplicated by anyone. And then I think that the creator is trying to express his life in his brand that he's making, his clothing brand. And I also think he's trying to show that he represents the New England Patriots and his football team, and that he is one of his number, which is why the J and the E are combined. I also think that the creator is trying to express that he's a simple person, because his logo is not that complicated. It's just his initials and his number. It's very tight. He's a very, simple, constructed person. He's not very complicated, and the white outline is the Patriots' third color, which is why it's there. And I think it's slanted a little bit just because in person he's not really a tall guy. He's short, so maybe it's showing that the stature of his image reflects the stature of himself in that way. And then based on my analysis of the image, I think that the purpose of it was to show off his brand and get exposure for his brand, which is himself and the New England Patriots, and it's a clothing logo, so I think it did its purpose because it's simple. It shows the logo, which is on all of his clothing, and it explains what the clothing means, which it basically means himself. It's just his clothing line, but he plays for the Patriots, so it has the Patriots colors on it. And I think the intended audience of this was football fans, obviously, because he is a football player. And yeah, it's just the purpose is to sell clothing, and I think it achieved that really well with its simple look that he gives it. And then I believe the impact of this image might have been that he got a lot more clothing sales because it's a nice looking simple logo. And I believe that he wants to inspire a feeling of hope because his story is it's simple, but it's like an underdog story type. So he wants to sell his clothing and his brand, which is himself. So he wants to share his story and get other kids to feel like they could do what he did, which was very rare. And then from this image, I've learned about his life. I mean, it's really just about him. So, I mean, some questions I have about the image are, why did he choose to do it at an angle? I think it's because of his height, but why did he slant it? And then another question I have is why he decided to put the J-E and the 11 together. And yeah, I mean, that's my analysis of the JE11 Julian Edelman logo. Thank you.